Today's we start new chapter number 6, Introduction to MS Excel 2010. Learning objective. You will learn about starting MS Excel 2010 application and its related terms, inserting text, numbers and formula, cell alignment, inserting rows, column, worksheet and cells, resize row height and column width, deleting worksheets, rows, columns and cell, alignment of data in cells, autofill options and editing data, saving an MS Excel 2010 file, opening a already saved files blank workbook in MS Excel 2010, printing an MS Excel 2010 and existing MS Excel 2010. Introduction. MS Excel is a spreadsheet package. It is used for storing data in the form of rows and columns. It uses the concept of displaying data in the form of tables. This data can also be represented by the use of charts and graphs. Some of the main advantages using Excel are listed below. Calculation. Numbers and calculations are managed efficiently in MS Excel. A formula once written can be easily copied to the rest of the worksheet. If any changes are made in the values, the new calculation is automatically performed. Database management. Data is a collection of values in the form of rows and columns. The data can be easily created and maintained in MS Excel 2010. Finding a value and sorting of the data is also easily taken care. Charts. The pictorial representation of data is called a chart. You can create a variety of charts in MS Excel like pie chart, column chart, and bar graph. You also make use of 3D effects. Starting MS Excel 2010. There are two ways to open MS Excel 2010. Firstly, dual click on Microsoft Excel 2010 icon on the desktop, or second is click on a start all programs, then Microsoft Office, then Microsoft Office Excel 2010. You can see firstly click on start, then select on all programs, then select Microsoft Office, then select Microsoft Office Excel 2010. MS Excel 2000 window open. You can see the figure. This is the MS Excel 2010 window workshop. Important terms. Worksheets, worksheet and sheets. A worksheet is a collection of cells in the form of rows and columns. They are by default there three worksheets in a workbook. These are represented in the form of tabs at the bottom left corner of the window. You can see This is the worksheet button. Columns. The columns. Columns are arranged vertically. These are represented as letters from A to Z and then double A to AZ and so on. There are a total of 16384 columns in the worksheet shown in figure 6.a. This is the column. Only columns A to U are displayed. Use the horizontal scroll bar to see the column on the right of the screen. Then rows. This is the rows. This is the rows. This is the column. Rows. Rows are arranged horizontally. These are numbered from 1 to 1048576. The last row is 1048576. In the worksheet shown figure in the 6.1, you can see this is the rows. Only rows 1 to 24 are displayed. Use the vertical scroll bar to see the rows below. Cell. A cell is the intersection of a row and a column. Each cell can store a single atom of data. This data can be text number or a data value. Cell reference. Cell reference. Cell reference is the column, letter and row number identifying a single cell. For example, A1 is the cell reference of the selected cell in the worksheet shown. A cell reference can be thought of as a cell's address. The address of the first cell in a worksheet is a A1. Cell range. The cell range. You can see the selected is the cell range. Cell range is a collection of selected continuous cell. Every cell range has a name just as every cell has a unique name and cell address. A cell range name consists of address of the first cell, a column and the last cell address. For example, A1, A6, B1, G8. The smallest range is a single cell and the largest range is an entire worksheet. To select a cell range, you can see the select cell range in the figure 6.2. This is the select range. Press the left mouse button at D4, drag it diagonally to E13 and release the left mouse button. The selected range, cell range. The active cell. The active cell. The selected cell is called the active cell. It is displayed with a bold black border in the worksheet in figure 6.3. This is the selected cell. Active cell. This is the active cell. This is the active cell. The column letter and row number corresponding to the active cell gets highlighted. Type data to place it on the active cell. Name box. The name box displays the cell reference of the active cell which in D3 in the worksheet shown here. This is the name box. This is the name box D3. Cell pointer. The mouse pointer changes to a plus sign when the mouse pointer is on the worksheet. Then formula bar. The formula bar is a long bar present above the column and worksheet. It is used to insert the formula to solve a problem, and a formula always starts with equal to sign. You can change the formula of a cell either by editing that cell or by changing the formula in the formula bar. Next lecture we can study how to insert text numbers and formula, cell alignment and inserting rows and column. Thank you students.